Okay, so you think you understand Shein. A cheap dress, a haul video, a $5 top that falls apart after 2 washes. That's the story everyone already has an opinion on. Fast, disposable, a little embarrassing to admit you shop there. You picture a warehouse somewhere, racks of identical polyester, an app that feels less like a store and more like a slot machine you scroll instead of pull. And you've probably felt it. Open the app for a minute, look up, 45 minutes are gone, and there are 11 items in your cart you didn't know you wanted this morning. That is the story, and it is not entirely wrong. Cheap clothes exist. People do buy a lot of them. Fair enough, that's what it looks like from the outside. Here's what that story leaves out. Shein is not a clothing company that happens to be fast. It is a data company that happens to sell clothing. And the reason the app feels like a casino is that it was built using the same behavioral math. A single supplier can reportedly go from a sketch to a finished listed product in about 10 days. And the platform is estimated to add thousands of new styles to the app every single day. More new items in a week than most retailers list in a year. Nothing here is one thing. It's 6 systems stacked on top of each other, and only one of them is fabric. So how did a company nobody had heard of a decade ago end up generating tens of billions of dollars a year? More than brands people have trusted their entire lives. It starts with the model itself, not the marketing. Traditional retail bets. A buyer guesses what will sell next season, orders it 18 months out, and prays. Shein doesn't guess, it tests. A design gets produced in a tiny batch, a few hundred units, pushed onto the app and watched. If it sells, more gets made within days. If it doesn't, it disappears and nobody ever manufactures it again. The company isn't designing clothes, it's running thousands of live experiments a day, and the app is the lab. What does the business actually run on? Not the $10 dress, that's the loss leader, the thing that gets you in the door. The real engine is volume and turnover, thousands of small transactions instead of a few large ones. Margins that look thin per item, but compound across a catalog that never stops growing. And underneath that sits the part nobody puts in the ad, a manufacturing network of small, flexible factories, reportedly paid per piece rather than by the hour, absorbing the risk of that constant testing, so the platform itself never has to. The dress is cheap at the register because the cost was pushed somewhere else in the chain. That's not an accusation, that's the architecture. Here's the hidden drain, the part that erodes quietly while everyone's watching the growth numbers. Returns. Fast fashion apps run some of the highest return rates in retail. Some estimates put it near a third of everything ordered because when clothes cost almost nothing, trying 5 sizes and keeping one stops feeling wasteful. Add the environmental cost, mountains of discarded polyester, some of it never worn once, landing in landfills from Ghana to Chile. Add the labor scrutiny, multiple investigations into supplier factories alleging excessive hours and unsafe conditions, allegations the company has publicly disputed and pledged to address through audits. None of that shows up in the price tag. It shows up later, somewhere else, paid by someone else, and then the mechanism reveal, the part that actually explains the addiction. The app isn't optimized to sell you a jacket, it's optimized to keep you scrolling, the same way a feed is. Infinite product grids, gamified discounts that expire in minutes, spin the wheel coupons, notifications timed around when you're most likely to open the app. Former tech workers have compared this exact design language to slot machine psychology. Variable rewards, near misses, a small dopamine hit every few swipes. The clothes are the product. Your attention is the business. Now the twin case studies. Start with the winner. Shein went from a Chinese wedding dress reseller in 2008 to, at its valuation peak, being estimated as one of the most valuable private companies in the world, all without owning a single store. That's the empire. Now the collapse, and it isn't Shein, it's the company Shein effectively replaced. Forever 21, once the face of fast fashion in American malls, filed for bankruptcy in 2019 and again in 2023. It looked healthy from the outside for years. The stores stayed full, The prices stayed low. What killed it wasn't one bad decision. It was three ordinary things going wrong at once: mall traffic declining, a supply chain too slow to match a rival that could turn a trend in 10 days, and debt taken on assuming growth that never returned. Forever 21 didn't fall off a cliff. It got outrun. So where does this go from here? One future. Regulation catches up, tariff loopholes close, labor audits tighten, and the model has to slow down to survive, the same way it slowed down everyone before it. The other future, nothing changes, the algorithm gets faster, the returns pile higher, and the next platform does to Shein exactly what Shein did to Forever 21. Both are plausible. Neither is decided yet. So the next time you open that app for just a minute, you're not browsing a store. You're inside a live experiment, and the price tag was never the whole cost. It was just the part they let you see. Fast fashion isn't fast because factories got quicker. It's fast because attention got cheaper to buy than it's ever been. And clothing turned out to be the easiest thing to sell while they bought it. 10 days from sketch to shipped. 45 minutes gone before you noticed. That's not a bargain.